Welcome back everyone, it's Coach David here from Results Inc. once again. Well, here we are at the end of a year that's been full of incident, drama and excitement, and that was just line of duty. So, I am a big fan at this time of year, a big advocate of taking a moment in order to sit back, pause and collect my thoughts on the year that's just passed. There's a few reasons why I like to do this, but the main purpose of this reflecting activity is to give us an opportunity to sort of untangle and sort through our experiences and our observations of the year. It also allows us to create meaning. Now this meaning then becomes learning, which can actually inform our actions and our mindsets in and for the future. So as an example, let's say you reflected back on a nutrition plan, something that you'd started maybe in the run-up to summer but had to abandon because, well, let's just say it was unsustainable and it made you miserable. Okay, well, with some reflection, you can hopefully work out if that plan just didn't suit you or didn't suit your lifestyle, or if perhaps there was a nugget there was maybe another reason why it just didn't stick. So perhaps with some adjustments, it might be worth trying that plan again. Or not. I mean, the main thing is that you're not just blindly trying things and then not really evaluating whether they work for you before, abandoning them altogether and trying something completely random. Or ploughing onwards without knowing if it's really what's right and what you need. So, as reviewing and reflecting a whole 365 days can be a bit of a where do I start head scratcher, we've created a document. And this document is going to help guide you through this process. It's nice and short, it's only 4 questions, and it will really help you to think about the past year in a positive and deliberate way. So you can download this document either from our website or from the link which will be found in the video description, and have a look at that, download it, fill it in. In case you don't want to download it, I've also got my answers here. I'm going to take you through them one by one. I'm willing to share them with you because I trust you. And there are a good few examples. Okay, you ready for this raw honesty? Okay, let's start. Okay, question number 1. What habits from 2021 would you like to keep up and which would you like to change? Okay, so this is really kind of a 2-part question. It's a bit cheeky. But basically, what I'd like to keep up, well, I managed to keep training at least once a week, even when I was tired, ill or kind of fed up. And that is now, looking back on it, actually quite satisfying. And believe me, there were certainly some times when I didn't think I'd get to the end of the year and be able to say that about my training. So that's positive. Next, I also managed to make protein a priority in most of my meals. So even though I did make a real effort to eat a little bit more vegetables throughout this year, I didn't skimp on good old protein. So what would I change? Well, I would sometimes get a bit frustrated this year or a bit distracted and quit my workouts early. And you know how as coaches sometimes we'll say to people, we'll suggest you just come in and try doing the warm-up and just see how you feel from there? Well, there's a few times where that's basically what I did. Just did the warm-up and then that was all I had in me. But that's okay. I often wound up prioritising my kids' meals over my own, which could lead to some last minute panic and maybe some sort of less good nutritional choices. Well, not good, but not terrible, but definitely not how I would hope to carry on into 2022. Next question, what is something that you are better at now than you were at the beginning of the year? Okay, so for this one, it's pretty straightforward. I think I've got a lot better at rolling with the punches. Having to be flexible and change plans when circumstances changed with, let's face it, very little or no notice whatsoever. And there was a lot of this going around in 2021. I bet you can probably think of several times you had to react to big changes at short notice as well. Next question, what is something that is still a challenge for you and something that you want to work on in the years to come? Well, for me, I think the biggest sort of bang for my buck is going to be in making good nutrition choices, even when I'm stressed or tired. Now, I'm not naive enough to think that the next year is going to be any less stressful, so what I need really is a plan to embrace that challenge and to deal with it proactively. And the last question of all, what was your favourite moment of 2021? So rack your brains, think about the most positive experiences you had. For me, this is probably a bit hard to choose, but perhaps say my kids' birthdays, or the first time you met their granddad, perhaps. That might be a big positive. And also, I got a new bench press personal best, of course, so that's right up there as well. So those are my answers. I hope you take the time to come up with your own. The science is really clear on this. Reflecting will really help you gain all the wisdom and learning out of your 2021 experiences. And this practice doesn't just have to be restricted to like an annual event as well. A monthly or even a weekly review or reflect process can gain us a lot of insights we maybe never even knew were there to find. If you find this act helpful, I really strongly recommend giving it a go on the regular. So have an amazing end to this year, guys. We've got loads more exciting things in store and in prospect at Results Inc. for next year. So watch this space, as always. And as we say in Scotland, lang may your lung reek, which basically means, in other words, we're wishing you a long and healthy life. From everyone here at Results Inc., here's to a great 2022 together. All the best.